Hi, this is Ellie Mirman, and welcome to How to Build a Competitive Intelligence Strategy. I'm going to dive into a 6-step process for building a competitive intelligence strategy fueled by AI. Now, when we think about all of the tools and data that we have available in our companies today, it often centers around this internal visibility. Tools like Google Analytics and HubSpot and Salesforce really giving us great understandings of what's happening with our sales and marketing funnels. Companies tend to struggle a lot with getting that same type of visibility externally. They're leveraging what they're saying out in terms of their PR, but also what others are writing about them in terms of news coverage, what others are saying in terms of customer reviews and feedback on their product. As part of identifying our competitive landscape, we want to think about who are the full list of competitors that we want to consider. They're probably the ones that you hear about the most internally, but we also want to think about our indirect competitors. These are companies that are maybe our partners or companies in tangential industries. And then finally, we want to think about aspirational competitors. What's great about the aspirational competitors is they provide a lot of inspiration. So when we think about mapping a competitor's footprint, one of the first places you want to start is that website. Think about, of course, the core pages, things like their homepage or about page, their product pages. Going to all of these different platforms helps you see what the company is promoting or publishing out to these different channels. So that can be really key for rounding out your competitor's digital footprint. And so when we're talking about tracking all of our competitors' moves across the different areas of their footprint that we discussed, there are a couple of different steps where AI is going to play a key role. Historically, a lot of companies have leveraged manual effort to go about tracking all of those different areas of a competitor's footprint back when that was just a website. But now AI and technology really has the opportunity to capture that data in real time. So there are 3 layers of analysis. The first layer is we need to understand whether or not the data point that we found, whether or not that competitive change is meaningful. Then we need to understand how important is it? Does it change the landscape? Is there some sort of strategy that we can deduce that comes behind this change? And what is the impact for us and for that overall landscape? So these are resources about a competitor or about the competitive landscape that are always up to date. Next piece here is, updates on key changes. So this could be, a monthly newsletter that goes out to pretty much any of these stakeholders. So Product Deep Dive is a great example here of just understanding, what the competitor is investing in, what some of the successes, some of the gaps are with particular product areas. Measuring results, a very important step for understanding whether or not we're having the intended impact on our businesses. One of the things to keep in mind with each of these metrics is you don't have to choose one. It can really be a combination of these different metrics, and I really recommend that as well, because by using a combination of metrics, you're more likely to get at the more holistic impact that CI is having on the business. I want to thank you all for joining this course. I hope you got a lot out of it and are planning to implement a competitive intelligence strategy for your business that is fueled by AI.